Alright, we are just getting started on day 11. Pretty miserable morning, pretty miserable night. We just got to get to Bly Gap. It's less than 7 miles and under 1,400 feet, so shouldn't be a big deal. But I'm wet, I'm cold, yeah. Alright, it's drowned rat day, so it's been pretty miserable. I have not been videoing and probably won't video much today. This day may be our shortest video. One, because it's raining and I don't want to get my phone that wet. It's already getting wet. And the phone is harder to get to because it's under all this rain gear. I have a rain kilt. I have the Lightheart rain jacket. Today I probably should have brought the paca. Would have worked better, but yeah, we got every layer I can on because it is cold. I got these nice mitts, gloves with midi things on them. So, before I put those on, I couldn't feel my fingers. Yeah, we really don't want too many days or nights like this. I know you're supposed to embrace the suck. I know that this is part of the trail, but the walking alone and the uphill climbs and a lot of other things you endure because it's part of the trail. But I don't know if I want to make it worse by dealing with rainstorms that much. Luckily it's just a drizzle right now, which is why I pull up the phone, but we are soaking wet and we are pretty miserable. So yeah, maybe I'll video more, maybe I won't, I don't know. Talk to you later.
Yeah, it looks ridiculous, but we're freezing. This is not good. We made it to Muskrat shelter. Surprisingly, the only people here, which maybe tells you something. It's warmed up a little bit. It's 46 right now. It was in the 30s. It's going to get down to 33 tonight. So I'm trying to make a plan, because with everything being wet and 33 is probably not going to work out well. So we'll figure something out. Nice little shelter though. I'll show you around. Extra table there, picnic table in the front. There's my pack. This explosion is Buzz. He'll have to put himself back together. But it's just a small little shelter. The interesting thing is when you first walk in is like, holy smokes, this place smells like weed. I'm not saying I'm anti-weed, I'm just noting that it smells like weed. I was kind of amused. That's the fire pit with a bench to sit on. Obviously no one wants to use it right now. Yeah, comes with a complimentary bottle of A1 sauce. Kind of random, but all right. Yeah, nice little privy right up the hill. Water source nearby. Everything you need. Not that we would stay here, but cool. Anyways, we have 4 miles to Bly Gap. 4 miles and about 700 feet up. So, off we go. Don't really want to head out on this, but I have no idea what this is. It's a tree, of course, but I don't know kind. Tell me. If it wasn't raining, I bet this is beautiful. Alright, it's actually kind of cool looking, even in the rain. We got all these plants, making almost like a field on the side of the mountain.
quite a mix. You got these little yellow flowers and white flowers, whatever those are. Yeah, I'm not videoing too much in the rain because for a lot of reasons. My hands are frozen, my fingers aren't working. It's hard to get the phone out of my pocket because it's covered up by the rain skirt. Probably not good for the phone to get really wet anyways. I think it's kind of wet, water resistant, I don't know. But yeah. We're 3 miles out from Vanish. She's just messaged us that she's making us lasagna. Hot lasagna for lunch, so yay. Whew. Interesting plants. Are they? I think we've now gone over the last hill, mountain, crest, or whatever you want to call it. I think all the major climbs are done. We're now heading down the deep gap. I wanted to show you a little bit of the trail conditions. It's pretty wet. It's not so bad right here, but we've had a lot of rocky scrambles where you're just basically walking from rock to rock. That was not great. Yeah, can't wait to get out of this. But I haven't videoed much, so there's the trail, whatever it's worth. I'm not as, I didn't realize I sound like I'm really dour or down. I'm not. I'm in a bit of pain, and that's kind of making it hard. And it's not the pain you think it is. So what's weird is, we all have our challenges. Well, the one challenge I never thought would be a challenge is reared up to become quite a thing. And that is the fact that I have scoliosis. I had it all my life. Pretty much I have ignored it. I used to get these, I don't remember how often I'd go in, but get these doctor checkups where they'd measure me and look and see how progressed. Because at some point, they have to do the major surgery where they put rods in your back and all that shit. So my scoliosis wasn't progressing or getting much worse, so I just quit getting checked. But it's the kind that has more of a helical curvature. It's like not just from one side or the other. If you see an X-ray, it's bizarre looking, but on the outside, it doesn't really look. You don't notice it. You don't see it. Unless certain things happen. So a funny story, I got fitted for a suit once, and the guy was measuring me and hit my shoulders, and I heard him kind of mutter under his breath a WTF, because he couldn't figure out what the hell was wrong with me. So I had to explain it to him. Yeah. The other thing that's only a couple of things that happened because of it. One is that I can't carry bags on my right shoulder. They fall off. And usually when I go to an airport, I learn this thing really quickly. I can only carry them on my left shoulder because my left shoulder is 2 inches higher than my right shoulder. So, again, not a big deal. I've just ignored it. It did affect me a little bit in my favorite sport, which was volleyball. One is that I'm 2.5 inches shorter than I should be, which for volleyball sucks. And I can't really raise my right arm fully up like a normal person can, and that for spiking is not as great, but whatever. But so what's happened here is that it's affected how I can carry my backpack. And I didn't think it'd be a big deal. And with less weight, it wasn't a big deal. It didn't seem like a problem, but with a fully loaded pack, it's causing some real issues that I'm trying to figure out how to adjust the pack to maybe make it where it works. I can tell you how to make the pain go away, and that is if I artificially raise my right shoulder 2 inches and twist my right side of the body forward in sort of a, internally I feel like Quasimodo, but basically what I'm doing is I'm making the outside of my body normal. And then the pack feels right. It's not causing a lot of pain. But it's hard to walk that way, and I can't continue to walk that way. It just doesn't work. I've tried. So, yeah. I'm going to try some more adjustments and see what I can do. But it definitely puts more motivation to carry less weight, because it's definitely a problem. And I don't know at what point, it's not a problem. At 14 pounds, it wasn't a problem. At 20 pounds, it is a problem. So I don't know. Anyways, maybe more than you ever wanted to know about scoliosis. But that's it. So the other thing is, when you have an issue like this, you want to make sure you get a pack that is supported by your hips and not your shoulders. So, some ultralights don't even have any frame. So this one does have an internal frame. And I can tell you that when I was carrying 14 to 15 pounds, I could pretty much wiggle my shoulders free. It was all being supported by my hips. But when I've gone up in weight up to 20 pounds plus, it slides down a little further south on my hips. And maybe it's my lack of a butt, but it's not really... a lot of the load has been transferred to my shoulders, and hanging on your shoulders for someone with scoliosis that have offset shoulders like I do is probably not as good. But make sure you get a pack that has all the adjustments. Now this one does have a lot of adjustments and like load lifters and maybe a couple other things I can change and tweak, which I'll look into. So anyways, that's again more than you ever wanted to know. It's crazy what they're having us hike through. I mean, it looks cool, but it's a pain. You gotta figure out where to get your footing right. Some of these rocks are slippery, some of the leaves are slippery, and you gotta pick your way. And I can tell you that picking your way is not quick. It's just walking on flat ground. So just wanted to show you a lot. This is kind of what we've been dealing with a lot on this mountain that we've been going over the last few miles. Looks like this. So yeah. All right, Buzz and I are getting near the end of this interesting day. Alright, getting down. We can actually see the van through the trees. And reaching the end of today's hike, which I am very grateful for. It's been a hard day. Need to work on this, adjusting the pack so I'm not in such pain. It's funny that the limiting factor on most of these hikes have been, your legs get tired and all that, but not today. So, we'll see. Right. Deep Gap, 18 North. That's what we're doing.
Here they come, cold and wet. Cold and wet, that's for sure.
I have hot lasagna waiting for you.
Cool. I think I both would appreciate a hot cup of coffee too.